Missing someone. Missing someone. Missing someone. Love with all your heart.
Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Sorry I haven't made a video in a while. I kind of haven't been riding a lot lately. I've just been busy with other stuff, but let's get into another video. This is going to be a video about the best mods that you can get for your MT-07. This is actually just all the mods that I have for my MT-07. So this is everything that I picked and stuff that you could go off of. And I think some of it is the best stuff, and I'll tell you about that. And there's some other stuff that maybe I would probably switch up. But yeah, I guess let's get right into the video. So the first thing, I guess we start with the front of the bike. So the first thing I'll show you is actually the headlight. You can actually, I guess you can see the running lights a little bit. I don't really know if you can see the lights running. Let me turn on the bike. So you can see I actually got the LED running lights and also headlight, so it's a lot brighter than stock. That's one of the first things that I did, and it was really cheap. I think the headlight itself was like 10 bucks. And the running lights were $1 each on eBay. Everything will be linked down in the description that I bought for the bike. All right, so yeah, that's the first thing, the headlight. I think that's a big upgrade and a lot brighter than stock, like I said. So let's move on to, I guess, the handlebars. We'll start with the clutch, the RC clutch lever. If you saw my Grom video, a lot of these mods might be similar. I got the RSC clutch lever. I like this on all my bikes. It is definitely the best clutch lever that I've ever tried. And this is the one finger trigger model. So that's like a must-have on all the bikes for me. And then I have, for the handlebars, they are this, I believe they're the CR High. So people either go with the CR High or the Carmichaels, I believe. I believe the Carmichaels are a little more flat, a little less of a curve here. I'd like to try them as well, but I think these work for me. And the next thing, I guess, with the handlebars, besides like the grips, these are just grips. I actually didn't put on a new brake lever. This is a stock brake lever. I just have some tape on here for extra grip. And this is also the stock throttle tube. I don't have the quick throttle tube. This bike's pretty fast, and yeah, I don't really need the throttle tube, although I know it's a very popular model on this bike. And the next thing, I guess, is the HEL steel braided brake lines. I just have some black ones on here, so they kind of look the same as stock. But I got it on the front. It does the double caliper and everything. And I also have it on the back. And with the, you might notice that I actually have the stock line still set up for the rear. And that's because I couldn't figure out really how to remove the ABS fuse and stuff that's down there. So I just kind of have the old line tied up, all dried out, of course, tied up. And it doesn't really bother me much, but yeah, it just wasn't, those nuts weren't turning or anything like that. So I couldn't figure it out, but got the HEL steel braided brake lines there. So the next thing, I guess, towards the front of the bike are these TST blinkers. So I guess we'll go over all of the turn signal stuff next. So we got like the front turn signals from TST on both sides. And then in the rear, I have the TST integrated tail light. It has the turn signals up here and here. And for the fender eliminator, I actually got one off eBay. It was really cheap off eBay rather than TST Industries. I think it's like 35 bucks. This one was like 15 bucks. It actually had the it had the, you can see it better on this side, it had slots for turn signals, but I kind of just grinded them off. I cut them off to make it cleaner because I had the integrated tail light. So the next thing everybody's probably wondering about is the sub cage, I would assume. This cage and sub cage is from Cox Stunt Parts. I think it's a really nice cage. I did have a problem where he just didn't, for the sub cage was all good, but for the main cage, some of the holes weren't drilled properly for the engine bolts, so I had to do that myself. But it was just an honest mistake on their part. You know, I'm sure it doesn't happen often. But other than that, only great things about it. I haven't dropped the bike yet or anything, but it seems really sturdy. It has the crossbar down there for support and everything like that. So it seems really nice. Haven't had to test it yet, thankfully. So that's cool. Next, I also have the rear seat. This is the stock rear seat. I just cut out a piece here, put a bandana over it, and it's actually a really sloppy job. You can tell because I had to use tape and stuff. I also have staples under here and all that. I know it works well. I can stick my foot in there and everything like that, but I am nowhere near experienced enough with wheelies and stunts to even utilize it. So I did that way too early, but you know, it's there for when I do learn. So next thing I guess that has to do with stunting a little bit is the rear sprocket. I went from, stock is a 43 tooth, this is a 48 tooth, and it's also a 520 pitch chain, which if you don't know, stock is a 525 pitch, which is just a bit thicker, more heavy duty, and people say that a 520 is more than enough for a bike like this. So it has some weight savings, and like it's the rotational weight saving or something, so apparently it's a lot more than the actual weight that you're saving. I believe the front sprocket is stock, and I went from a 43 to a 48 tooth in the rear. Also converted it to 520. So I guess the front sprocket is converted to 520, but I believe it is the stock size, which is I believe 16 or 17 teeth, whatever the stock is. And then I also have this really cool idle adjuster from the Six Shop. All you have to do is turn it to the right if you want, like turn it clockwise if you want to turn your idle up, turn it counterclockwise if you want to turn it down. Again, that's not something like I've been able to mess with it and I know it works and stuff, but it's not something that I really touch. It's just something that was cheap, so I put it on there for when I do need it. So other than that, the only thing we really have left to go over is the exhaust mods, the power mods and exhaust mods and things like that. So the exhaust on here is the eBay anodizing racing exhaust from eBay. It's cheaper than the other ones, but it sounds the same. Sounds just like it's a Yoshimura clone apparently. Sounds really good, works really well. And then for the airbox, I do have the snorkel removed for the airbox and a 2-wheel DynoWorks ECU flash. So that's everything pretty much for the power mods, and that's kind of everything that I've done to the bike. Again, I just wanted to apologize for not making a lot of videos recently. Like, I haven't been doing a lot of riding, I've been kind of busy. But I wanted to ride today and make some videos, but I need to find a charger for my GoPro. I have the old GoPro Hero 4, and I can't find a charger for it because it's one of those old chargers. So I'm gonna buy one, and I think there's a big ride out going on this weekend actually. So hopefully I have another ride out video for you guys, maybe a vlog style type one this time, and maybe a montage as well. Just trying to think if there's anything that I didn't go over. I think that's pretty much everything that I've done to my MT-07. So like I said, all the mods will be linked in the description below. And yeah guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for all the new subscribers that have been subscribing even when I haven't been making videos. And I really appreciate all the comments and everything, guys. Have a good day. Later.